Alright, so since we spoke about Moon and Saturn and Mars, we're gonna move on and talk about Venus because every time we speak about Moon, um, Venus is a natural. And right now, today, tomorrow, and the day after, Venus and Jupiter are on the exact same degree in the Cancer in Purnarvasu. So, Cancer ascendants, this is a brilliant time to return back home, a brilliant time to finish your years of penance if you were punished for performing something that you didn't know what you did, but in this life you were given a task and you were going through a lot of pain, you had a lot of responsibility that you didn't know where it was coming from. It is return of home. Think of it as Ram coming back to Ayodhya in the return, after the 14 years of penance that he paid in the jungles and fighting Ravana. So you fought the Rahu, you fought everything, and now you're going back. You're going back to where you started in the Diwali, where it's the new moon. But tomorrow and day after, because Jupiter and Venus are in the same ascendant in Punarvasu, this is regarding any penance that you did, any mistakes that you made, where your Jupiter and Venus are, and what do they signify in your life. And that would be something that you will be coming to closure with during this time. If you don't know, look around you. There is some closures coming to you, or someone is knocking on your door asking you to resolve something. Someone's asked of something big of you, or you had to let go of something really big, or you achieved a victory over something really big. If you were not fully aware, you were not in your awareness, then you must have lost something really big without understanding why you're losing it. Otherwise, you lost out of willingness or a victory, a huge victory in that area of your life. Wherever Jupiter and Venus are, Jupiter and Venus in Punarvasu are closing a lot of society related issue as well, a lot of rigidity inside you as well, a lot of things that are holding you back from doing your performing your dharma as in who you are, why you're here, your, yes, not your purpose of your birth, but what actions do you need to take as a result of your birth purpose. That is what Jupiter and Venus are combinedly doing together on this planet. And last few weeks must have been like a full-on 4 weeks for people, and that's great because you got to accomplish something and you got to actually come back home. It's homecoming time after performing a huge battle. So congratulations to whoever went through this, or whoever didn't go through it, but maybe you did, but you're not even aware. Okay, so write down what happened in the last few weeks and write down what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. And this will, it's a very short time, but this is a huge time. And then you also want to check the gap of 3 months as well, and 6 months, because the energy stays in the Punarvasu nakshatra with a huge transit like this in the same degree of Jupiter and Venus. Now let's talk about Venus. Venus is a planet of love, lust, beauty, patterns, creativity, extraordinary patterns, goddesses. Goddesses are one of the part of Venus, dark magic, dark science, occult, tantra, and many other things, like anything beauty, creativity that you see is Venus related. But at the same time, Venus is so powerful that the saint of Venus, Guru Shukracharya, was only saint that was given the power to revive something back from the dead. So if something from the past that is you're paying we talked about penance. If you're paying something, a karma that you had no idea why you're battling so much, why something so precious has been stolen from you, your wife could have been affected. See, in this transition, a wife, partner, beautiful partner will come to you as distractions. Be very careful, they're not your correct partners. So this be careful. And the illusions needs to be dropped. And how are you going to perform how are you going to understand is by understanding the love, the lust, the creativity, the beauty, and everything that you're engaged in right now, and something new that you're learning. And that's why the illusions might be, and then you need to drop those illusions together. How do you do that? You can use the strength of Guru Shukracharya, who Shiva himself gifted the power of reviving something from the dead. And if Shiva has gifted someone that you have the power to revive something from the dead, he must have done insane penance, which he did. Guru Shukracharya of Venus is the planet who went upside down to do upside down, hang upside down inside Shiva's heart, the heart chakra, that's why love, and his belly, in dhupa, or how do I say, a lot of smoke's an illusion that came to him, and he did meditation hanging upside down, speaking the Mrityunjaya mantra, and then Shiva gave him the activation of that mantra, and Jupiter took that mantra of Venus with treachery. So right now, anything anyone has done or taken from you with treachery, children might be involved, wives might be involved, fake love and lust might be involved, beauty might be involved. And if these are the patterns in your life, recognize them. Someone's taking away something from you, a gyan of the Guru, or a knowledge of the Guru has been taken away to use in their power or in their instance. And wherever these planets are, that might be the pattern. So now, how do I explain that very clearly? Okay, my Venus, let's just forget about my Venus. I'm going to give a random example. Someone's Venus is in the 12th house. Now, this is the highest place where a Venus can reside, or the abode of Venus. It gets exalted or gains the maximum strength in the 12th house of Jupiter. Right now, Venus and Jupiter are with each other. They can gain maximum strength with each other. Jupiter gains maximum strength with Moon, but they are the opposite gurus of the universe. They have the opposite knowledge. They complete each other, and they don't know it because they have rivalry, because Jupiter cheated Venus, and Jupiter, being the most generous, most beautiful, most amazing planet, most protective planet, the planet of knowledge, the planet of wisdom, the planet of protection, did one bad karma of taking away Venus's knowledge of revival power from the dead. And he sent his son Kacha to Venus to deceive him, and Jupiter's son pretended to be in love with Venus's daughter, and he was beautiful. So, and Venus's daughter fell in love with him. So that is the deceiving, that is the illusion of these two planets. Now, when they're coming together, they have to resolve a problem. They have to resolve the problem, and Purnarvasu will help you resolve that problem by going over it again and coming back home to where you belong. So if you have the Venus in the 12th house, I was going to give an example, and then I went back to the story. I do that a lot. I'm Cancer ascendant, forgive me, I will do that a lot. Because I'm ascendant by Moon, and Moon is wavering, okay? So please bear with me, I'll come to the point. 12th house Venus, if somebody has, then they are returning back that knowledge that they stole in past life from their Guru. Their Guru might come back and steal it back away. Or a random Guru might steal it out of no bad karma of yours. Give it to them anyways, because Venus is a god of giving. Give it to them without any resentment anyways, because this will liberate you and set you free to take the next step in your life. Also, pay attention to your dreams if your Venus has anything to do with 12th house or Pisces sign. Pay attention to your dream. All the things that you need to resolve from past life will be revealed through your dreams, or through a Guru, or help of a Guru. Now let's go and take the Venus in the first house. If Venus is in the first house, then that means you are resolving a karma of the first house, which is your personality, something who you are, the essence of you, your core personality. someone will try to deceive you in that area. If or someone you trusted, someone you think highly of, will try to deceive you to steal one thing about your personality, about your core essence, about who you are as a person. When Venus is in your second house, that means you are being money, someone you trusted might steal your money, or a family member you think of as guru may do something that you didn't expect, to take something of you that doesn't belong to them. If Venus is in your third house, then what happens is Venus here is not the most comfortable Venus, but it will take away your ability of survival instinct, and you might make a fatal mistake of survival instinct. You might, or your brother might do something really bad to you, your sibling or your neighbor, your immediate surroundings, or somebody might, reptilian brain might come alive, and it might be very hard for your survival instinct to kick in at the right time because someone invaded that space. Fourth house, property related issue, someone cheated you with the property, something that you thought wouldn't come. Fifth house, children related issues or education related issues. Sixth house, if that's your Venus, it may be around a lot of debts or illnesses that you got cheated with. Now you don't know where your Venus is, but why I'm saying is, if one of these things happen to you, then you know where your Venus is and which area you need to work upon. Seventh house Venus, your spouse, your partner, business partner, or your soulmate. Eighth house Venus, something regarding inheritance, insurances, or even something beyond life and birth. You got cheated with something you thought was dearer to you beyond life and birth. And ninth house Venus, it could be of higher learning. You were going to learn something of higher, like astrology is a higher learning. It's not taught in schools, so it's a higher learning. Your father's property got cheated, grandfather's issues, or they must have gotten cheated in the wrong way. 10th house Venus, in your career, in your office, in your Dharma, you were about to do something for someone selflessly and you got cheated. In the 11th house, your friends or investments or around that area got cheated. Now we have covered everything. Obviously I can't cover everything. There are a million more things that I haven't covered, but at least have a look around these areas, and then you know that this might have what had happened, and now is the time to resolve it and come back home. How would you come back home with this kind of situation, or if you are in this issue? I want you to sit, relax, and create a surrounding of Shiva mantras where Venus can thrive and Jupiter and Venus can reconcile. So light a small diya, that is Jupiter, fire. Have a mala in your hand, or if you don't have a mala, that's fine, but just take a turmeric and just put it on your forehead here where your third eye chakra is, and light, if you have oud wood, pure oud, fantastic. If you don't have pure oud, don't worry about it. Bring a sage. I mean, I'm not a big fan of sage, and I have my reasons for it. There might be a backlash. A sage is brilliant for taking the energy away. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't suit me. It suits you, brilliant light sages. Or there are sandalwood or some sort of wood that smells naturally beautiful and it can create smoke. Create that smoke. If not, there is a thing called dhoop, DHOOP. You can find it in an Indian store. Light a dhoop that creates beautiful aroma and smokes. And now when you're doing that, you want to chant Shiva mantra, because only Shiva can bring that to reconciliation, or Kali mantra. Okay, so Kali mantra is very heavy. Shiva mantra is something that I would ask you to do. Aum Namaha Shivay, the Panchakshari Shiva mantra, Aum Namaha Shivay, and speak it in a way like Aum instead of Aum Namaha Shivay. So have that heart and your core involved if you're adding the A to it instead of O in the beginning. So Aum Namaha Shivay when you're speaking the Panchakshari mantra, and try to understand and talk with Shiva to resolve these issues that you're going through. If you're not Hindu and you do not want to do this, you can still light these things because they are non-religious, they're not religious based, they are just elements of the universe and nature. And you can do it with the god that you believe in, or the energy of the universe that you feel very connected to with your core and your base chakra should be involved here. And when you know that, you ask the energy, Shiva or the universe, to bring you home and to resolve the biggest issue that you're going through. And this is how it will come back to you. But once you start Venus's mantras, you can go much deeper and you can activate many goddess mantra and actual Venus mantras, which I will cover in the later stages because it's too early to do that. But thank you so much, and continue doing that. I am thinking I'm gonna write, if it aligns, if I feel right, I will write the core Venus's mantra that he did inside Shiva, the as in the Guru Shukracharya did. I'm gonna write it with the Bija mantra, and if it aligns with you, you will do it naturally. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it because that's how powerful it is. If you have a 12th house Venus, 8th house Venus, or 12th house combined, you might be able to do it very easily. So I will write it there, and I will leave it to your fate and your destiny. And thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe this because a lot of people need this, and you know that. Thank you.